Jacob's Quest, and this morning we got a brand new trailer for Star Wars Visions Volume 2. Today was the last day of Star Wars Celebrations 2023, and the next one apparently isn't going to be until 2025 in Japan, so by the time that one's coming out, we will have a movie on the way, hopefully, and we will be several TV shows down the road until the next celebration. So yeah, all in all, this was a pretty great celebration. A pretty neat way to wrap this one up is by giving us this Visions trailer. There are several teasers and trailers they showed exclusively at Celebrations, and I really wish that they would just go ahead and release that, because we've all seen leaked images and videos and descriptions of it, and it feels weird to not just show it, just let it, whatever. Anyways, it's fine. Here we go. Star Wars Visions Volume 2. Let's check it out. He kind of looks like Bane, kind of. I mean, obviously he's got like a different headpiece going on there. He's Bane-ish. Whoa, I like the curve to hers. See that? She's got like a katana deal going on.
Everyone has an inner light.
Follow the light.
So many different styles going
I
on.
always knew you were meant for bigger things.
What if you just keep going?
No need to fear. There are others like you here.
I saw it myself. She has special powers.
Can you get your porta potty off
See,
the
got some
starting line?
Wallace and Gromit type stuff going on.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid. May the Force be with you.
That one looks very much like Clone Wars.
Showtime.
That's interesting.
The storm is approaching.
I can fight them. I'm strong enough now.
Kubo and the
No
two
one is
strings
stronger
looking
than them.
animation there.
We can beat them.
Oh, that looks awesome. The TIE Fighter looks crazy. Look at that.
You there! Hold it!
On May 4th. That's cool. I'm assuming they'll all release it soon. Was that Grievous? Was that Grievous's bike?
We cannot choose where our calling takes us,
His wheel bike there.
only whether or not to answer.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go through and try to check out all the different animation we got here. My understanding is that a lot of this is going to be from, it's not just Japan exclusive anymore. These are studios from all over the world. That is my understanding. And we got some really crazy stuff. What's the name of the studio? Not the one who's doing this one, but there's a different one here. I think it's Laika. They do like Kubo and Kubo and the two strings, and then was it Box Trolls or something? I don't know the names. I don't know if that's actually the studio that's making one of these, but it very much like this right here. This one, it's very much invoking that style. Oh cool, look, little probe droid there. It's pretty cool. All right, let's see. Yeah, like this is very Laika. That's what it looks like. That's pretty cool. So, like I said, I don't actually know if that's one of the studios working on this, but it looks like it. This reminds me of the Gorillas, like their art style that they use in their videos a lot. And then this is the closest we have to. It's not quite Clone Wars, but it's pretty close, So I don't know what studio this is, but this one is looking very much like Clone Wars. And then obviously we have, again, I don't know if this is the actual studio, but it looks like Wallace and Gromit. So I'm going to assume that they are, at least some of the same people are working on this, because, like, especially look at that. That is a Wallace and Gromit character right there. That Wookiee. That's look at that. And then, again, kind of reminds me of the Gorillas style. So, man, we are just getting all kinds of crazy stuff here. Let's rewind a little bit. Yeah, it looks like we're getting very Indian inspired Jedi. That's really cool. And then this reminds me, you know what this looks like? This looks like the Opera House almost, that Palpatine like was, you know, did the whole speech in. That kind of looks like the Opera House. You can actually see some of the seatings behind it, so I think that's what this is. A couple off-duty stormtroopers. This is interesting. So I think this is the first glimpse of this one. So, you know, this reminds me of Yoshi's Epic Yarn. If you've ever played any of those games, or Kirby's, is it Kirby's Yarn Adventure or something like that? But it's you know, everything looks like it's made out of felt and yarn and string and, you know, like just fabrics. That's what that looks like. Again, very Kubo. You know, oh, that guy looks awesome. This Indian inspired one is gonna just look amazing. You know, the coolest thing that's gonna come out of all these visions is the cosplay. People are gonna like very meticulously recreate this costume right here, and it's gonna be crazy. Now this, I wanted to look at that. That TIE fighter looks crazy. You know, like it's just, you know, obviously they took like a normal TIE and then they added a lot of like little mechanical parts to it. You know, like things that, you know, it doesn't have traditionally. Like this little what would you call them? Metal bars and steel little garters there, and it's got a little antenna up here and the spotlight down here. You know, it's just got like little tiny metal pieces that it doesn't normally have, and it just makes it look so much more like it reminds me of the Terminator almost. You know, like this is something that Skynet would send out. That's what it reminds me of. It's pretty cool looking. Okay, well, we see them two fighting. Okay, now this is what I was interested in. Okay, so it's definitely it's a variation of the Grievous bike. It's not quite the same. Grievous's bike had like these little feet that you would like put your feet inside, and then it would like, you know, those would fold up. As you can see, she's riding it more like a speeder, and then the outside of it is the Grievous bike. So, I mean, obviously, look, you know, it's just a reimagining of things. It looks pretty cool. Ooh, let's look at that. Okay, so as you can see, she had the yellow curved blade, and now she's got a red one as well. So she's got a double-sided yellow and red. That's pretty cool. I like it when we can have, you know, two different colors going on with our blades. I think that was our not Darth Bane, but guy who kind of looks like Darth Bane a little bit. All right, yeah, it looks awesome. And you know, like the first volume, I'm kind of expecting like some of them are gonna, you know, they're gonna vary in tone. You know, some of them are gonna be much more serious and like action heavy, whereas other ones are gonna be kind of more goofy and whimsical, which that's how it should be, right? Because, you know, there's so many. Star Wars is a very vast concept, right? Like Star Wars can be goofy and silly and ridiculous. It can be really dark and heavy. It can also be just adventure and action, you know, like, yeah, let's do it, you know, like, so it can go all kinds of different ways. So like, that's the whole point of this, right? Like, you give it to different countries and different cultures and people who love the franchise, and they're like, hey, let me put my spin on it. Like, this is what Star Wars means to, you know, my hometown, you know, like, look at this, you know. So that's pretty cool. And, you know, I'm glad that it's, you know, they reached out to even more countries this time, and we're gonna get an even crazier, more varied look at you know, what people can imagine their version of Star Wars being. And I love this idea. I hope they just keep on doing this, and like just every year or every 2 years, just give us another volume of Visions. You know, like they don't. I mean, obviously they take time to make, but they're shorts. You know, it's not like we're asking these studios to make an entire season of a TV show, right? So like every year, just everyone pumps out a 10-minute short. You know, like that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty awesome. So yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to you know, what people like the most. And here's one thing I kind of hope. I mean, you know, here's me hoping with the Star Wars fan base. I kind of hope that people get over this time, is that like when the first one came out, I saw a lot of people like praising maybe 2 or 3 of them, and then they were like trashing the other ones. They were like, this was horrible, this was stupid. I'm like, hold on guys, hold on. These are experimental little shorts, just like made out of nothing but creativity and passion, right? Like this is not a canon project that you know, that you've been waiting years for, or that you know, like you invested all this time to try and see on the big screen finally. It's like, no. These are just little passion projects. Like, why are you being so harsh about this? It was weird. It got weird from some of you. You know, some of you were like, this isn't Star Wars. And I'm like, do you not understand the concept here? Do you not? This is just someone's interpretation or inspiration of Star Wars. This is not. You know what I mean? This is literally the assignment is, what does Star Wars mean to you? What you know, when you imagine it, you know, put your own little spin on it, you know, put a little bit of your own spice on Star Wars. Here you go. You're like, that's literally the assignment. So people got kind of weird last time, so I'm hoping that this time people understand the idea here is that these are just little experiments, you know, like this isn't. You don't gotta take this so seriously, guys. You know, if you don't like one because it's just about a group of, you know, it's just like a rock group trying to make a song. Okay, it was only 10 minutes long. Sorry. You know, like, I don't know. Yes, people got weird. Anyways, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the, you know, the cosplay and the costumes and the, you know, like I like that it's so different that, you know, it almost feels like we're stepping into an alternate reality. You know, we're like, okay, here's, instead of watching The Mandalorian and The Bad Batch, here's what this reality would be talking about. They're talking about this show, you know, like here's you know, here's the Studio Leica Star Wars, and that's what that reality has, you know. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.